Magical butterfly spirit here. How you guys doing? Okay, so I am doing a review of the writer's wait, the writer's weight learning tarot cards. All right, so this is the box, standard box. All right, so here's the cards. This deck does not come with a guidebook, and the reason why is because each card has the keywords listed directly on the card. So we're gonna go over the major arcanas and move down. I could tell you, the cards itself, decent quality. It feels thin. Not gonna lie, feels thin, but at the same time, it's sturdy, which I know sounds like an oxymoron, but it's true. It's like, see, it bends, but it doesn't like have like indention where I bend it. So it's like it's not flimsy. It's lightweight. That's the better word for it. It's lightweight. All right, so here we go. So we're going to start off with the Fool. And if you notice, like I said, each card has keywords. So for instance, the Fool, which is the first card in the deck, which is why we have the 0 here. This is the chakra, the planet that's aligned to. And also what I like about this deck is it has the words like yes, no, maybe. So if you're doing a yes or no reading, you could get the answer right away. All right, so upright, innocent, freedom, originality, adventure, travel, foolishness, carelessness, idealism, youth, spontaneity, lack of commitment, new beginnings. In the reverse, we have recklessness, fearlessness, and risk. And for the major arcanas, not the minors, but for the major arcanas, the affirmation is listed right here on the side. So for this affirmation, it's time to embark on a brand new beginning, which is what the Fool card is all about. It's all about new beginnings. All right. So we have the Fool again. Then we have the Magician, and this is the Rider's-Waite Tarot deck, learner's deck. Then we have the High Priestess. So right here is the Rider's-Waite card, and then around it is the supplemental keywords. So if you're interested in learning tarot, this is a great deck to use because you're not going back to the guidebook each time you put out a spread. Okay, so I just put up the Empress, and this is the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers. It feels weird. I'm trying to, because it's in reverse. The camera's in reverse, so I'm trying to hold it upright, but it always looks like it's tilted to the side. Then we have the Chariot, the Strength card. Love how they included the fire in the background of the Strength card. It's a big yes for the Strength card. And then if you're doing reversals and you get this card in reverse, the answer would be no. You know, I think that's one thing they could have clarified, but I mean, also when you're doing these readings, the Hermit, go by how it feels. So if you're doing a yes or no reading and it feels wrong, like really wrong, that's a no. You know, the Wheel of Fortune, the Justice card. So that's one way if you want to learn how to do intuition readings is how does it feel when you see the card, Hangman, the deck card, because as you're using these cards, you start to pick up on the energy if you allow it. Um, Temperance, some people are more traditional and only go by what the card means and nothing else. But there's times when you open up the scope of a reading where, for instance, the Devil, the keywords is addiction, depression, mental health issues, secrecy, obsession, cheating, dependency, bondage, materialism, sexuality, powerlessness, hopelessness, abuse, violence, assault, no, like a solid no, right? But if you're doing a reading and you're asking, am I going to have fun this weekend? And the devil card comes up and it feels good, you know, that's a good devil card. That's saying that hell yeah, you're going to have fun. So like that's why intuitive reading, it goes deeper than what the traditional meaning means. The Tower card, the Star. You also notice the number is numbered up here. The Star, those are for the major arcanas only though. The Moon, the Sun card. We have the Sun symbol right here. Solid yes. Chakra symbol. Judgment. The World. All right, now we're going to move on to, let's do the Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. Then we have the Two of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. I'm looking at my tablet as I'm holding up these cards, trying to get it straight for y'all because it's like a weird reverse thing. That looks good. My apologies if it's crooked. The Four of Pentacles, because it doesn't look crooked to me in my hand, but when I look at the screen, it's crooked. The Five of Pentacles. This keyword, temporary financial hardship, negative change in circumstances, feeling left out in the cold, financial loss, recession, feeling the world is against you, adversity, struggle. In reverse, you have improvement in finances, luck, end of hardship, positive changes. And right up here is poverty. It's like the theme of the card is poverty. So this is, and you also have the note right here and the symbols right here. The Taurus, I believe this is, and Neptune, I'm guessing. But don't go off that. I'm guessing that, but I'm pretty sure this is Taurus. But or Capricorn. It could be Capricorn as well. But the thing is about these cards, right? Is when you're learning tarot, the Ryder-Waite is the best tarot deck to learn because majority of cards follow the Ryder-Waite theme. So even it could be like some psychedelic design, AI design, teddy bears, whatever, right? Cats, but they all follow, not all, but majority of them follow the Rider-Waite theme. So if you learn from the basis, then when you get other cards, then it'd be easier for you to learn. This is the Eight of Pentacles, hard work, patience, right up here, patience. So if you're asking, is something going to happen to me soon, and you get this card, you know that it's going to take some time, it's going to take some work. The Nine of Pentacles, independence, wealth, right up here. So even if you don't read the keywords, you could glance up here and you can see the theme or overall theme of the card. The Ten of Pentacles. This is one of the cards that tarot readers get excited about when they see it because it's like, for instance, unexpected financial windfall, lump sum, will, deeds, trust fund, inheritance, solid foundation, privilege, inheritance, issue, ancestry. This is a strong family history card as well. Page of Pentacles or ancestors. If you were doing an ancestor reading and the Ten of Pentacles came up, then you'll know your ancestors are around you, heavily protecting you. Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles. All right, moving on to the Cups cards. We have Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. Love, right up here. Two of Cups, partnership, unity, love, compatibility, happy couples, potential, soulmates, relationship, harmony, balance, equality, attraction, connection, proposal, engagements, and marriage. It's a solid yes. On the reversal, disharmony, disconnection, imbalance, inequality, incompatibility, unhappy couple. Then we have three of cards. I'm curious if they have the infidelity. No, they don't. This card, it's usually linked to infidelity if you're doing a relationship reading. Because, and the reason why is because the Three of Cups is like more than two people. You know, it's like a party. Is a social gathering. So if you're wondering if your partner is cheating on you and you get the Three of Cups, they might not be cheating on you, but there might be somebody around lingering. You know. Um, then you have the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, which talks about love, loss, heart, heartache, heart pain. This is known as like the soulmate card. This is the Six of Cups, returning to one's roots. A lot of nostalgia here, even in the design, you could see that. Children, childhood memories, past influence, yearning, homesickness, nostalgia, reunions, playfulness, youthfulness, innocence, creativity, kindness, goodwill, simplicity. On the reverse, we have letting go of the past, focusing on the future, maturity, growing up, leaving home. Then we have the Seven of Cups, the Dreams card, the Options card, the card where I can't decide, and also the card where you have a lot of options to choose from. Keyword quickly, lots of options, choices, multiple possibility, opportunity, picking and choosing decisions, procrastination, dreaming, fantasy, illusion, wishful thinking, imagination, and hallucination. The reason why it's a no is because there is when it's like too many options available, you might risk the chance of picking the wrong one. And I'm going to show you right here in the card. See, for instance, you have like the man floating here, but then you have this cloak, this man hidden, and you have a snake, and then you have here like a castle and riches and being famous, and then you have a dragon. So it's like there's a good chance you might get something positive, but there's also a good chance you might. So that's why it showed up at no as a no in this deck. Then we have the Eight of Cards, Eight of Cups. Moving on, fulfillment, the Nine of Cups. Going back to the Eight of Cups, when I was talking about earlier that a lot of cards um, pull from the Rider-Waite as inspiration. Every card I've seen has the man, even if it's a woman, man, woman, cat, whatever, walking away and their back towards you. Like if you're looking at the card, the back is facing you. And there's usually a moon in the background as well. Nine of Cups, which is why learning the basis is really helpful, because once you learn the basis cards, definitions, the Ten of Cups, then it'll be a lot easier when you start reading other cards as well. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, and finally the King of Cups. Moving on to the swords, we have the Ace of Swords. The sword card is greatly connected to the air signs. I think the swords card is more connected to its zodiac energy than all the other decks, in my opinion. The Two of Swords, Three of Swords, Four of Swords. I had to count the swords. I was like, wait, is it four? Forgot about this one right here. Four of Swords, Five of Swords, the Six of Swords. Maybe because Sometimes you're going to something that's good for you, and sometimes you're going towards something that's bad for you. Eight of Swords. Wait. Yeah, that's the Eight of Swords. Seven of Swords. Then the Eight of Swords. Then the Nine of Swords. Ten of Swords. The Page of Swords. And each minor arcana, you have the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King, which talks about the gradual or sometimes quickly accession into your the power of each deck is one way of saying it. So like the Page is a student, the Knight is more about, like, as you can see, he's running towards something, like he's more about action. um well, sometimes, because the Nine of Pentacles could be about not action. The Queen of Swords is about control of thoughts, emotions. It's considered a bitchy card as well, but it's also about holding your boundaries. And then you have the King of Swords, the master of your thoughts, control, as well. All right, and then finally we have the Ace of Wands. Ace is always going to be the first card. So Ace 1, the Ace of Wands. Then you have the Two of Wands. The wands talk about communication and movement. For instance, this is the Three of Wands, and look at the keyword: travel, moving abroad, foreign land, foresight, forward planning, moving forward, self-confidence, self-belief, freedom, success, happy with choices, outcomes, hard work paying off. And the guy is looking ahead. He's not looking behind. He's not thinking about what's behind him. He's always looking forward. The Four of Wands. Celebration, weddings. Five of Wands. Infighting. Particular family infighting or friends infighting. A lot of work related themes involved in this card as well. And then you have the Six of Wands. Recognition, success, celebration. This is kind of the star power card where you might be promoted in a job. Then we have the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. I'm going to talk about these last ones briefly. So these cards right here tells a story of boundaries and being very defensive, protecting yourself, preparing. So if you look at each card, it's a story. Each deck, actually, this whole deck, if you go through it, beginning with the Fool's Journey, tells a story. And so right here, he's preparing, right? Here, something's coming. It's usually related to communication, but something's coming. Defending yourself. And then finally, taking on the work and turmoil and the baggages that you need to either rebuild or lessons that you learn, things like that. So, for instance, overburdened, overloaded, responsibilities, stress, problems, weight on shoulders, duties, duty, obligations. In the reverse, insurmountable problems, flogging a dead horse, duty bound, resigned to fate. So, and perfect, burden. The theme is burden. So the wands go from being lighthearted and I'm going to dream and I'm going to live to, and through the conflict, you're celebrated, but you have work to do as well. And then finally, you have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands. the Queen Bee, Queen of Wands. This is really like a Queen Bee card. I wasn't joking with that. And King of Wands. All right. How does it shuffle? Because it is lightweight, it's very easy to use. Take off. Shuffles very smooth. It's bendy, like I said, but it doesn't, as of yet, I've been using this deck for a couple weeks. As of yet, I haven't had any problems with the cards over bending. You know, that could be an issue, but it's the normal worked in bending. All right, so let's do a quick reading. The week ahead. The week ahead for the collective. We have the Queen of Cups, nurturing. Week ahead for the collective. Vision. Well, I'm sorry. It's the King of Wands, but the theme is vision in the reverse. If you hear that banging in the background, it's I'm recording this a week after New Year's, and my neighbor still has fireworks. All right, and then we have the Empress. So the week ahead. Expect some news to come at work. Maybe a promotion. Maybe a raise. Maybe a good job. Kudos to you. But it looks like you're going to get some sort of recognition in the collective. There's some sort of job well done coming towards the collective at work and at home. One of the reasons why I'm saying that is because of, remember I mentioned before, the wands are a lot of times connected to work. And then we have the Queen of Cups, emotions. And we have the Empress sitting in her throne. So you could go by the imagery, you could go by the keywords, you could go by the feelings. This is a really great learner tarot deck. And this deck is available to purchase on my website. I'm not saying this deck is a great learner deck because I'm selling it on my website. I am being 100% honest with you. I would give this deck an 8 out of 10. The reason why I want to give it a solid 10 is because it doesn't include the definition of the chakras. That would be nice to have the word right here. Same thing with the signs right here. That is, I think, the only thing I do not like about this deck. Because even though they have the riders right here, they still have imagery that reflects the definition of the card in the background. Like this is sweet for the Empress, like fertility. So, you know, things like that. So I enjoy that as well. The back of the deck is straight. It's nice. Nothing to write home about, but also it's very nice imagery. It has the zodiac signs around here and the planets. I'm being 100% honest with this review. Okay, so I'll give this an 8 out of 10. It's so nice to shuffle. It is truly nice to shuffle. It's lightweight in comparison to the traditional deck, which I have right here. Well, not the traditional. This is the Miss Cleo. But you can see the size. So it's smaller, but it also means that it's a lot easier to handle in your hand. So 8 out of 10. Available on my website, magicalbutterflyspirit.com. Check it out. I highly recommend this deck. The reason why I put it on my website and the reason why any product will be featured on my website is because it's something that I highly recommend for you guys. All right? Magical Butterfly Spirit, thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.